right now. Good to go. Okay, so today is December the 5th. This is week 14 and second to last week. And so we've got that going on. And so what we're going to do right now is we're going to finish the townhouse project. That's what we're going to work on. And so that's where we're going right now. It looks like we've only got three here. I know at least one person had trouble with their vehicle, so they're not here. But other than that, we're going to get started here. Before we go any further, though, Sarai, I want to give you this here. I got these printed up for us, as I mentioned. So let me get these into your hands so you don't leave without it. And these are the large format prints I mentioned. So, yeah, and again, like I said, this is just a proof of concept that you know what you're doing. And yeah. Sketchy. So here they are, and what I did here is, oh, this one. And I make sure your name's on here, so you're good to go. So that'll be something. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. All right. Good to see everybody. So we're going to continue on now, and like I said, there's only three of us. Okay, three of you, one of me, and so we'll go ahead and do this. So anyway, I hope everyone had a lovely time today with all the weather. Today was kind of crazy. I actually had to drive out early this morning to see my chiropractor. So I teach at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I had to start at 10. So I was up at 4 o'clock today. I don't know why. My wife was up at 4. She couldn't sleep. So she was up like 3:45. And so I know it's when you get married, you kind of can't sleep without the other one. So I'm up and just like, hey, what's going on? And so we're talking and stuff. And so I called my chiropractor. I had this issue with my neck and my back. I have a great chiropractor. He's amazing. He's out in Greece. So I called like at 4 in the morning, left a message on the answering machine, which they actually have, and told him that I needed to be seen. So I had to, drive across town. He could see me at 8:30. So he's great. He diagnosed it so quickly and got everything done. Feels so much better. Oh, it's amazing. So that was great. But the roads were insane, really bad. Anyway, I don't want to necessarily take any more time than we have to tonight. So we'll go ahead and jump into this. So the last bit of this right now, there's not that much left to do. We did the bulk of it, and a lot of this is kind of like lather, rinse, and repeat of what we've done before. So it's going to be, but this is your design. This is what's different about this one. So that's what's there. And just to make it real clear, next week is the last week of class. We're not coming in for final because that would have been like December 19th. I just kind of think that's just too late, So it's like I typically don't do it. And they said it was up to me if I want to do that. So what I do is I have a thing that I do. I have a final review is what I call it. It's like a project. It will take you a half an hour max. It's a little Revit project. I'll just give you some parameters. Boom, there it is. And you'll have it done in half an hour. And you'll walk out with an A on the project. That's how that always works. It's like a victory lap. And the reason why I do that is because I had a teacher many, many years ago. I think I told you about him. But he actually, at the final test, what he did was he, instead of it being something like, oh, I gotcha, it was actually Bible school. So it was open Bible and open book. And so I had all these books in front of me, and then I had 150 questions. It's like, but as you went through it, you're able to kind of say, oh, you remember a bunch of them. Then if you didn't, you could just look it up. You kind of look and say, oh yeah, we studied that then, and was able to do that. And when I got done, it took me like an hour and a half to do it, maybe 2 hours. And I got to, it was like a complete review of the whole course. I thought that is what a final is supposed to be. That's what's supposed to be. Not just to trick you and see if you remember something on week 2. It's like, but actually something that really, reinforces what the course is all about. So anyway, that's what we're gonna, I'll not labor the point any longer. I'll get us going here and see if I can't get this done pretty quickly. I think I can. Most of this, you probably don't even need me to show you all this, but I will show you some of it just to make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, so now if you take a look, oh, you guys don't have this. Okay, so let me give you your assignments. So, and sorry, you weren't here last week, were you? Were you here? Okay, I'm losing track. I had a lot of people this. And I got this, and got this here. Okay. And then, yep. And so this one, what we're going to do here is we're just going to complete this. And I do hope that through this whole thing, you're kind of like learning something. I've been looking at your projects, and I love the fact you guys are doing some things that are interesting and so forth. So let's go over what the final bit of information is going to be here. So what we did is we left off last time at around step 11. We didn't do the ceiling lights, did we, last week? We didn't do that? Okay. So we finished at step 11. So step 12 is place ceiling lights and floor lighting on the first and second floor of your project, add exterior lighting as well. And then you're going to create a 3D view for your first and second floor. Choose the best view that describes your project. That means an interior 3D view. Then step 14, you're going to render the views. We talked about this before. I'll go over this again. You create a wall section on the first floor, and then you're going to open the wall section, change the scale to 1/2 inch equals a foot, and using the 3/32 text type, which I think should be, the default. Add the leaders as shown on the provided plan. And the provided plan is, if you turn in your construction documents right there, that is going to be on page A105. A105, that's all I'm looking for that right there. And that is what you're going to do. You're going to put that together. And then there's a couple other things here. Creating a sheet for the wall section and drag the wall section to it. And then step 18, you're going to use the earth floor type and a height offset from level of -1 foot to create the yard. Okay, so we're going to create a yard. Step 19, using generic 12-inch floor, create a sidewalk. Okay, like we did this before. Add trees and bushes. Download additional content. If you want to do anything, place views on the appropriate sheets. Adjust as needed, and submit the project. So that's it. So that's a bit to do, not too much. We should be done easily by 7:30 or 8 o'clock, I think. So let me go over here, and I don't think it's going to be more than that. So let me go out here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this right here. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, by the way. No one went away, I think, right? My daughter came in from Georgia. That was great seeing her. House was full. A lot of people. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to open up the, let's see here. The townhouse, Brennan. Yes, this is the final. So I'll go ahead and open this one up. And I want to open up the master. So I'll open this one up. I'll turn this on so you guys can see it. Okay, so this is the final right here, the final version. And that, I think, yeah, that's right there. That's the final. Okay. And I didn't add some things to this, which we'll get to. And then the other thing, this is not the final, that's Brennan. And then the other one I'm going to open is the complete one, which is going to be, okay. I should have the complete version. I think this is it right here. Yeah, I think this is the complete version. Yeah, I think so. So we'll verify that. Okay, so we'll make sure this is all complete. Make sure you got it. In any case, though, pretty straightforward. And I don't know that. Yeah, we already put in the ceiling, so we should be good about that. So let's just go here. We'll start on 12, step 12. And so we're going to place ceiling lights and floor lighting. Now, I'm going to take over your screens just for a minute here as soon as this comes up, and I'll show you what we're doing here. So first of all, let me show you what this looks like. This is level 1 right here. This is what that looks like. Now, over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the ceiling plan for level 1. And when you go to the ceiling plan for level 1, you're going to notice what you got here. You got some lighting fixtures. You see these right here? And so to put in the lighting fixtures, did we do this before? Did we put in lighting fixtures before? Maybe we did not. Okay. So what you do here is you just simply open up the level 1 ceiling plan like you see right here. So I'm going to go over here. This is mine here. And I'm going to go to the ceiling plan. Now here, looks like I have it here too. Okay, so I've got that there. So you got these lights in place right there. So that's great. And so that's what you want to do. Now to do this is how you put them in. Let me go over. Yeah, these are not the right ones. This is, I think I've actually, Yeah. Okay. Let me make sure I don't have an additional one here because I think, well, I'll just show you how to put the lights in. Okay, it's pretty easy. You go to level one, and which looks like this. And then what you would do is you would simply go ahead and you would begin to place the different items into the project, okay, on the ceiling plan. Now to do this, you'd go to component, and under component, if you take a look here, under lighting, there should be some lighting over out here. I think it's up here. If it's not here, we'll take a look for it. Okay, we'll just take a look for it right down here. And I think under lighting, it's located. I think we've got it. Should be here.
Is it
Okay, here, lighting fixtures right here. Yes, you got downlight recess cans. So what you would do is you take this and you have your choice. I've got 6 inches and 8 inches. I've also got this downlight spot. I've got a floor lamp and I got wall lamps. So all these right here, what you're going to do is you're going to take these, you're going to populate it. So on the ceiling plan, this is where you could place your incandescent fixtures. So I'm just going to grab an 8-inch incandescent right here. I'm going to drop one right here. And then what you could do is you could make copies or make an array. Now, I think we talked about array before, but what you do with an array is when you click on an item like this, you can then go ahead and you can create, this is your array command right here. We did this, I think, the 4th week. So if you go to array right here, you can actually make 2 different kinds of array. One is linear. That means you're going to draw a line of them. And you can say how many you want. So let's say I want 4. I want 4 right here. And I want to tell it where the last point is. So when I do this, I'm going to select it here. And I just go over here and pick another point there. And it gives me 4 just like that. And that's how that is. And then you'd copy them as needed. So then you could just select them like, I'll go ahead and select them like this, or like this. So I'll select those and then I could just do a copy. So you go to copy and we go here and I could make a copy and another copy like that. So that's how you can put those in there. So that's how you put those in. The other thing you would do is there's some floor lamps in here. So I've got like a floor lamp, and these are just exactly what they say they are. So you could actually put in just like a floor lamp, like in a corner type of thing. I'll just drop that, and that one's not showing. That's okay, because I have that turned off, but I can turn that on. So then what you would do is you would go over here to level 1, which is right here. And then what I would do is now that I put that in there, I've actually got a lighting fixture here. I got a lighting fixture here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at it to create a 3D view for the 1st and 2nd floor. So this is where we do this. We go in and do this thing, and we make a camera view. And you pick a view that is the most attractive, and you go like this, and you do this kind of a thing. Now, once you have this, you have all these lights in here, and then what you would do is you would go ahead and you would do this. Do you guys want this on your screens? Are you guys doing okay with this right now? This is fine? Okay. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to make it realistic. And look at that. So that looks like this. Now, what we learned about rendering is to go to rendering, you go to view, and which is right up here. And I'm going to go to render, little teapot. And then I'm going to use render. And for this one, I'll go ahead and just use medium, get real daring here. And the lighting scheme, you want to change it to be sun and artificial because you want the artificial lights to show up. So go there. And we'll go ahead and hit the render button. And then this is going to take a second. It's going to start to crunch. And that is what we're going to do here. So waiting for this. Okay, and that's starting to go. And it looks like it's a little bit dark, but that's okay because I can fix that. And what I will do here is I will, now once you've got this right here, it looks like this. And so I can adjust it. I adjust the exposure right here. And I'll just make it brighter. Drag this over, make it brighter, hit apply. And that's better. Continue, do this, apply, and then you can get this looking the way you want to. And there's not really enough lights in here, but you get the idea. And then what you would do is you could actually make it warmer or cooler, depending upon what you want. Saturation, shadows, all this right here. You could actually, change your highlights, and I could make my highlights a little darker, hit apply. And this is how you go ahead, and you get the idea. Now, when you're done and you like it, you're going to go here. You go to save to project. So you save this to the project. And for this one, I would just go ahead and call this, you just call it render 1. And that's enough. Render 1. and that saves that. And so you're going to pick two. You're going to pick two. One, the one I've got here, create a 3D view for the first and the second floor. Choose the best view that describes your project. So that's step 13. You're going to render the 3D views. We just did that. That's step 14. Then you're going to create a wall section on the first floor. Now, we talked about the wall section. We go to level 1, which looks like this. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a section. And what I ultimately want to do is I want to scale it. So I want to scale it so it's actually showing me the actual view that I've actually got on this sheet here. So what I'm going to do here, let me go over here. Let me take a look. I don't think I have one yet. So let's see if I go that way. Yeah. And so I'm going to want, I think what I want to do for this one is I'll go to section, and I'm going to just go ahead and make a section right here through here like this, like that. And it says you can't see it. So I'm going to go to, now, if you can't see it, you put on the light bulbs and this will show you. Now, there's already a section in here. So there is on mine. You'll have to put in yours. But you go ahead and do that. So I do have these sections, and I'm just going to go ahead and unhide this in the view. And when you do that, you'll be able to see it. And I turn this off then. Now, if I double click on this, this is the view I'm after right here. That's one view right there. The view that I'm actually interested in is the other one. And the other one is this one here. So I'll go here. And that one looks like this. That is the view that I want. And then what I'll do with this is I'll take this and I'll just crop it so it just shows what I have on sheet A105. And so what I'll do is I would just go over here to this one, and let's see here. So I've got, interesting, air gap there and everything. Okay, which is fine. And so I'm going to go here, and I'm going to first of all change this so that it's just hidden line. And then what I'll do is I'll just grab this and pull it over. And when I do this, it starts to look pretty much exactly like the other, like what's on the sheet here. And that's what you want to start with. And then you'll just put in your leaders, okay? And you can hide this. If you don't want to see this, you just right click and hide and view this particular category. That'll hide that. Okay, then take a look at page A105. And what you're going to do is you're going to put in the labels, okay, that we see there. Can you guys see that on A105? Sheet A105?
Yeah.
So yeah, and so what you'll do then is you'll go to your annotate, and you're going to go to your text. You're going to change to 3/32 Arial. That's the type that you want to use over here. And we'll just go here, and I'll just go ahead and point to this, and I'll go ahead and tell it asphalt shingles like that. And you guys know this, you've done this before. So this should not be asphalt shingles like that. Okay, so we got that. And that is, now this down here should be 1/2 inch equals a foot. And how do I know that? Because on the bottom of the sheet, it says section 2, 1/2 inch equals a foot. So when that is all done and you've got that together, you want to turn that off. And what you're going to do with this is that's section 1. Our sheets are over here. Our sheets are over here. And I've got my sheets, and I'm going to go to, don't have a sheet yet. So I'm going to make a sheet. So create a sheet for the wall section, step 17. So to create a sheet for the wall section, you go here to your sheets, and to create a sheet, you right click and you say new sheet. Right click and say new sheet. And that's the right size. You hit OK, and there's your sheet. And then what you'll do is that is A105. It's already named. And then you'll just go and find your section, and you'll drag it onto there. We did this dragging before, but we find the sections, and there's just this one right here. I'll grab this one and put it here, and we'll drop it there. That's not the one I want. So I'll grab section 1 and drag this, and that one should fit pretty much just like that. And then as you need to, you'll just resize it like over here, and I'll turn this on just to kind of like, redo this a little bit here. Okay, and once you get there, you should be pretty much ready to go. Okay. And then at that point, I hide the crop region, then I take a look at this, and that's what that looks like. And that's what you want to have there. Then using the earth floor type and a height offset from level of -1 foot, create a yard around the townhouse. And most of this is going to be pretty much all set, but I'll just go ahead and show you how this works. And you want to kind of, arrange these as they need to be. So I'm going to click on this, put this up a little bit like that. Okay, and pull all that down. Okay, so then the next thing is you would go over here, and I'm going to go to my 3D view. And my 3D view looks like this. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to put in a, I'll go to level 1. And what I'm going to do is on level 1, I'm going to create my yard. So to create the yard, first of all, this probably needs to be brought out a little bit so I don't crop it. And so I'm just going to pull these out. This is actually what kind of gives you your lot line. Okay, just that so I can see it. Then I'm going to go to architecture and go to floor. And the floor that I want to put in here is actually going to be earth. And I'm just going to make a rectangle, and I'm going to make it -1 foot. That's what it says to use. So we'll use -1 foot for that, -1 foot for the earth. And I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go here and go like this and do that, hit the green check mark. And then when I take a look at it in 3D, it looks like that. Okay, you guys follow me? It's making sense? And then the other thing you'll do is using the generic 12-inch floor, create a sidewalk with a height offset from level of -11 inches. So I'm going to do that now. So I'll do the same thing, and I will go to make another floor. And this one is going to be generic 12-inch floor, and that's just going to be gray. And this is going to be -11 inches, like this. And we have this, and then I'll just do the same thing. I'll make a rectangle, and I'm just going to make this in front of the front door. And so I'm just going to go ahead and go something like this and like that. Hit the green check mark, and that should do that. And then when I take a look at that in 3D, you get that kind of look. And then the last bit is you'll put in, and I'm deliberately going quickly, but I don't want to necessarily show you every mouse click, but I want you just to be confident that you can do this. And then the last thing is you've got planting here. And under planting, you've got conifers and deciduous. Conifers are cone bearing. And so like I've got this right here, Norway spruce. I'll drop this here, and I'll drop that right in position there. And that's there. I'll put another one over here. And you guys get the idea. You go ahead and populate it. And that's what you're going to do is put trees in. And then you're going to place the views on appropriate sheets. Now, I think that's already done, but just check the sheets and make sure they have on them what they're supposed to. And if they don't, drag like the first floor, that's now that's already there. So what you'll need to do for this is turn off the elements. And we've talked about this, turn off the elements that you don't want to see. The same for the second floor, and just make sure and we talked about how to get these in place. So you just kind of like get this in a position like I'm doing right now. And then we go ahead and we could turn that off and the crop region. And so that's what you're going to do for that. And then, so you'll put your sheets together. Third floor, same thing. You'll make sure that is where it should be. And then at that point, I think your schedule should already be populated. Let me check it, make sure it is. Yeah, that's already populated. And then the last thing is this, and that's it. So that is what we're going to do tonight. So what we're going to do right now is steps 12 through 20. You probably don't need to download any additional content. You don't need to do that. So then you're going to place the views on additional sheets, adjust it, submit the project in Brightspace as Townhouse Project, dash your last name, and that's it. So yeah, I'll let you guys take it now and go ahead. I didn't take your screens over, so go ahead and have at it. And if you have questions that come up, I can help you out with that, but I will let you work now. So go ahead and do that, and we will continue on. Yes.
When I try and place the ceiling lights, I just get like the. Yeah, I got that too.
Are you on the ceiling floor?
Yes.
You're on the ceiling floor.
I noticed that too. I had the same thing. I put a ceiling in.
I think I have a ceiling.
Okay, the easiest way to tell is put a camera in and make sure your ceiling is in place. Your ceiling will be a light color. If you're seeing a dark color, that means you've got, what's that?
Maybe I don't.
Well, yeah, go to your ceiling plan, and because I wasn't sure if we got to that, but step number 11. Well, actually, that should have been step 9. We should have done that, but they should be there. If they're not, we'll make sure that they're there. But yeah, try to create them. And if there's already one there, it'll tell you that there's already one there. So we'll just have to get creative, and we'll get it. But Yeah, but you're gonna put them in the ceiling. Ben, did yours work okay?
I had to put a ceiling in, but.
Okay, all right. So check it, make sure you got that, and then we're just gonna continue on here and yeah, there we have it. And
It goes to the inner wall.
yep, ceilings go to the inner walls. Yep, that's right.
I'm confused. It says that I have a ceiling.
What's that? All
It says that I have a ceiling.
right, let me take a look over here and let's see here.
There's supposed to be like a gap. Or do I need to make my ceiling height?
What's that now?
My ceiling height, like there's like space between the floor and the ceiling.
Okay, space between yeah, what you can do then is just adjust it. Okay, so leave, okay, I'm taking a look at your screen right now here, Soraya. So let me take a look here and so let's take a look. So you got level one. Okay, so here's level one. Okay, so let's see what you got. Now, so you already put that in, is what it's okay. So you believe, okay, so let's do this. What's that now?
That's what it's saying. When I look at the ceiling, it says I already have an identical.
Yeah, and then you don't want that, okay, because it will do that. Okay, so, all right, let me just kind of take over real quickly here. All right, so I'm gonna do this. And I should have control right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to go over here. All right, looks like I can't. What's that now?
I think it's still control.
Okay, all right, let's see. Try this again. Remote control. Okay, looks like it's not letting me. You think so? All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, it looks okay now. Okay, so what I like to do is if it does this, then what I will do, I'm on level one right now, and it looks like this. Now I'm not seeing this, so let me see if I can select it. All right. Okay.
If you click on your circle, it says see the box.
Okay. Okay, there's your boundary right there for your, okay, what you did with this right now is you did the automatic ceiling rather than a rectangle, which you can do. It can leave it a little bit. Yeah, so you got one right there. I'm going to delete this one since you had two, and there's your other one. And so you got that. So I'm seeing it right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit the green check mark. So you've got it right here. Now, what you couldn't do, let me show you this. You see where I'm highlighting right here? This right here, select elements by face. Because you didn't have that clicked on, you couldn't select it, but now you can. So when I click on this, I'm actually seeing it. Okay, now the next thing you want to do here is just to, and I'll just prove the concept here. But I'm going to go over here to the lighting fixtures and lighting. And I'll put the first one in, and then so you can see the how this works. Okay, so down here, lighting, furniture. It's all that furniture. All right, there it is, lighting fixtures. Okay, so I'm just going to grab one of these recessed can lights, and I'll grab one of these, and it should go right into the ceiling. Yeah, it does, right like that. Okay, and then at that point, you copy it or array it, put as many as you need in, and then the other thing you do is go to your floor lamp and grab one of these, and you can go ahead and place this kind of like this. And that one you won't be able to see in this view, but that's okay. When you take a look at it in 3D, you will. So I think you're good to go there, all right? All right, I will stop viewing or remote controlling. Very good. And did you get that squared away there, Audrey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have a ceiling.
Oh, you didn't? Well, okay, that'll stop it. Yeah. Right in its tracks. All right. Let's see here. All right. All right. All right. Did anyone see Mike today or Michaela? No? Okay. Interesting. Try to use some plastic bags. Those are the trash on the way out of here.
Book records from facilities, but
The first time we did the render, it's like the, I think it was something with the saturation, like it's too red.
I keep adjusting it, but
What was the scheme, interior sun artificial or exterior?
oh, I don't think that's. Which one is it supposed to be? It's both probably interior. Why is it not any windows?
Secure your plants so they don't get wet. All right, and yeah, because nothing worse than if your ink runs on your plants. So that's what I always do with my customers, and they always appreciate it. I had these. I was the only one who did it in Watertown. But well, Clayton actually, but the Watertown area, no one else did it, but I did. When I shut the business down, I had hundreds of them. Yeah, these are the medium looks pretty good. So yeah, just get some lights in there. You're going to find it looks really good as you're working with this. That's great. Okay.